to begin by making a chip container for your dolls, kind of like a Pringles container. So let's get started. So to begin making your chip container, you're going to need cereal packaging or paper, scissors, old foil wrapping, white or any color of scrap paper, colored cardstock, a pen, a marker, or something to write words with. You may also need an old hot glue stick. You can either use the thick ones for the can or some normal skinny ones, a knife, or keep using the scissors. And always have adult supervision when working with sharp objects. Let's get started. So there are two different ways to make this. Using the paperboard / cereal box, which is what I did, or you can use a glue stick. But it is preferable to always use the paperboard. But to do the one with the glue stick, you just cut it with scissors or a knife to the size that you want, like for example right there, and then you do all the rest of the steps that I'm going to show you right now. So you're going to start by cutting a rectangle to the size that you want it to be, nice and even. Once you have cut it to the size that you want, you're going to roll it into a tube shape and then glue the end so it stays put. Once it's glued, to do a better job than that, okay, once it's glued, you're going to want to put, this is optional, but it just makes things better, hot glue like right here to make it sturdier. So I'm going to go do that. Okay, so after you put the hot glue, this is completely optional. After you put the hot glue like this, now we're going to move on to the next step, which is covering it with paper, or you can paint it, but it's easier and much cleaner to use paper, which is better cardstock. So I have just some yellow cardstock here, which I'm going to use. So I'm just going to take my can, use this corner. I'm going to take my can and place it there. You can measure this out. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to take it and make a little dash where it is, so I can easily cut it out with scissors to make it the same size as the tube. So once you cut out your little strip of paper, it doesn't have to be that long, you are going to glue your little paper tube to the edge and just start rolling it and cut off the excess. Oh, hi! So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue here, and I'm going to glue it onto the paper. I'm just going to begin rolling it and gluing at the same time. Just going to do that, and glue, and roll, and glue. And just keep doing that until you have your whole tube covered. The tube has been rolled like this. I can never get a crisp, clean edge there. Even this other little can has one, but once you have it, now you're going to take your candy wrapper / foil wrapper. I had a cookie wrapper, so I just cut off a piece. So you actually want to flip it over, and what you're going to do now is add some glue to the end of your paper tube and glue it on this way, that the picture and color is facing the inside of the tube. So sit there and let it dry. Then I just cut around it to get that little foil piece. Now I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side. Once you have both sides with the foil, you are now going to make the label. You can take a chip label, a sticker, anything you really want, cut it out and just glue it on, but I'm just going to write it out. Now cut a piece out of my white scrap paper. You can really use any colored paper or any stickers, labels, anything you really want. And I'm just going to write what I want on it. You can use this same technique instead of chips, cookies maybe? I don't know, whatever your dolls really like to eat. I'm just going to do that. And this is optional. I just really like those little 3 dashes. Then you're going to cut it out and glue it on your little tube. When you're done with that, you've finished your chips. So now let's move on to the next craft. Now for the second craft, we're going to be making a doll water bottle or hydro flask. So let's get started. Now to make this water bottle, you are going to need a glue stick, a hot glue stick. It's really preferable to use a thick one, but thin ones will also work, I think. Scissors or a knife. Always have adult supervision when working with sharp objects. And black pen or any color. And paper or paint. I'm using watercolor paper that I painted on. This is just printer paper. You can use any colored cardstock. So let's get started. To get started, we're going to use our glue stick and our knife or scissors. So I'm going to start by measuring it out to the size that I want it. Right now I do not have my ruler on hand to completely measure it, so I might write the measurements in words in a little bit. but I'm just going to make a little line. The knife won't completely cut through it, so I just made a little divot where it is, and then with scissors, I'm going to cut it. So, I want to be real careful with that. Okay, still going. I'll be back after I'm done struggling.
That was ridiculous.
Okay, I finished cutting it, but the one thing that I do have to tell you is that it will come out a little bit jagged. I can never get it completely smooth, so I'm just going to trim it a little bit. So once you have that, you can just cover it in your paper. I'm going to take my glue gun, and I'm going to add some glue to the paper. Then place my glue stick, and start rolling it up the same way we did with the chip can. I'm noticing a lot of these are needing to be rolled up. Before that, I'm just going to cut it. Once that's cut, I can begin gluing it now. So, the same thing, apply a little bit of glue here, and then put that piece there, and just keep doing it all the way around, or you can just completely wrap it and just glue the end, although that might not be so secure. So I'm just going to fast forward this part real quick. Alright, that's done, and oh, okay, that kind of hurt my thumb there. Anyway, once that's done, actually it's really even. Well, not down here, but once that's done, you're going to take black paper or a marker. Sorry, I did not list that for the things you'll need, but you need black paper or a black marker to put on top. When you have your black paper, you're going to add a dot of glue to the top of your bottle. Don't add as much glue as I did, unless you're going to cut around it. So I'm just going to press it on and let it dry. Once it's dry and it looks like that, you're going to take a strip of black paper. I'm kind of running out, so I really want to take care of it, and cut it so it's nice and straight. Okay, that's as straight as I'm going to get it to be. But then you're going to glue it, one corner, this, to the other. Of course, you can use a longer strip. I'm going to do that right now, but you just glue it on to make kind of like a little bridge. Okay, that's done. It's not the cleanest, but once you're done, you are now, this is optional, but I'm just going to do it. You're going to take your black pen, or any color, and I'm just going to do the little person that there is on the front of the bottle with the pen. So I'm just going to do that real quick, nice and carefully. I can't do this right now because the camera's in front of me, but I'll do my best. It's basically just a stick figure. You can just draw a stick figure. Just gonna add little things on the top. Okay, that's weird. But, and you're done. That's how you make a doll hydro flask. Much cleaner than mine, though. Now, for number, looks like I don't know how to count, 3, we are going to make a soap tray. I do not have a model right here because it is in my doll bathroom, so I'm gonna go get it so I can show you. Alright, so in this little bathroom, here I have one soap tray where I keep all of like the hand soap and the bar soap for the sink. But then over here above the bathtub is the soap tray I'm going to show you how to make. So let's get started. So things you'll need is beads, different shapes and sizes of beads, a little bit of foil or staples, craft foam and hot glue sticks, and you can either use cardstock, normal paper, cardboard, or foam board. Right now I'm just going to do one with paper. So let's get started. Oh, and scissors and glue. Yes. We're going to start by making our tray. So I just have this index card here, which is really sturdy. I'm just going to cut it to the shape that I want it to be. Okay, we can do it at perfection later. But once you have a strip, you're going to get your glue. And you're going to want to put some glue on the paper and add it, layer it on top of another paper. Again, you don't have to use paper. If you use cardboard, you don't have to do any of this layering, but it just, with the paper, it just gets it thicker. For the cardboard, you can just cover it in whichever color paper that you want the shelf to be. So I'm just going to keep doing this until I get the thickness that I want. Okay, usually, once you're done getting the thickness that you want, I just run a line of hot glue there. And then I let it cool a little bit and pat my finger on it to, of course, stick to you. No. To kind of make it look cleaner on the edges, like that. So be really careful with this, especially if your hot glue gun has been on for a long time. That'll just really hurt, and trust me, I know from experience. And that's the shelf. Now let's move on to the thingies. You're going to need your beads. So to make the first one, I'm just going to take this green bead for the first part. This one is what I think should be the shampoo. It can be whatever you want. It can be whatever color you want, whatever shape. So I just do this to clog it a little bit, just so it can stand better. I just put some hot glue inside and let that dry for a little bit. And we're going to wait for a little bit. Once that's done, I'm just going to put some more hot glue inside. And do that there. Okay. Then I'm going to take a tiny strip of my foil and just make it into a thin line. Twist it, turn it, whatever you need to do to get it. And make sure your hot glue or normal glue is still kind of wet so you can stick it in there. Trim off any excess. And bend it to get it kind of looking like a little pump. And that's the shampoo. Once that's done, I'm just going to put some more hot glue inside. And do that there. Okay. Then I'm going to take a tiny strip of my foil and just make it into a thin line. Twist it, turn it, whatever you need to do to get it. And make sure your hot glue or normal glue is still kind of wet so you can stick it in there. Trim off any excess. And bend it to get it kind of looking like a little pump. And that's the shampoo. Now to make the body wash, we are going to take these small sized beads. I'm going to take pink and purple. These kind of medium traditional beads. I'm going to do the exact same thing that we did for the shampoo. I'm going to add a little bit of hot glue in it, just to clog it, and let it dry. Do it to both beads. Oops. Okay. Once you have your two clogged beads, what you're then going to want to do is take one bead and glue right in the center, and then add the bead on the top, like that. Let it dry. Meanwhile that's drying, you're going to take again some of your foil and cut out just a round, small little circle shape, the best that you can. Like, oh goodness, look at that. Once you cut out the little circle from your foil, you're going to take your body wash, add a dollop of glue onto the top, and then add your little piece of foil, press it on to get, as best as you can, a good looking body wash for your dolls. Let's move on. Now, to make the last bottle, you're going to take another medium-sized bead, like the ones we used for the body wash, and also clog it with the hot glue. This is completely optional, once again, but just looks better. Okay, sorry about all the noise. Now we let that dry. It's dried. You're going to once again take your glue and fill it a little bit more, just so it overflows just a little. Then you're going to take an even smaller bead and put it on the glue, like that. And then you let that dry. And now for the bar soap, you can take a piece of foam and cut out a little piece to shape it kind of into a rectangle or an oval. That's one way. The second way is to get, once again, hot glue stick. You can leave it like that, you can cut it in half, you can do whatever you really need to do to get the shape that you want. For the last step, all we have to do is assemble it all together. So I'm going to, you don't have to glue them down, you can just leave them free so you can grab them, but I just kind of want to glue them down to, just so they don't fall over, and I don't know. I just like glue, to be specific. So I'm just going to glue it all down. Zoom in on that. Now I'm putting down the bar soap. Usually I make the shelf smaller. Oh, look at that hot glue string. So usually I just make the shelf smaller, but today it just came out kind of big. So I'm just going to go with it. So you can leave it like that, or you can take it a cuter step by taking any fun shaped bead, like a little unicorn or a turtle or anything cute, hearts, really anything. You can even do the soap bottles with other shapes as well. So I'm going to take this little unicorn and I'm going to glue it on to make kind of like a little bath toy for the dolls. Now for number 4, we're going to make a LOL doll bathtub. Making one for a 12-inch doll like a Barbie would be kind of a stretch. We'll save that for some other craft. But we're going to make one for tiny little LOL dolls. So let's get started. The things you will need is an empty Pringles container or a chip container, something kind of like this. A bendy straw, 2 small beads, and some glue. You're going to start by taking your bendy straw and stretch it like that. Oh, and I forgot to say, scissors as well. So then you're going to take your scissors and cut kind of close to the bend, or the stretchy part. Oh, look, that just stuck onto the glue gun right there. So you're just going to take it like this, and then cut a little longer on the bottom, like that. Then you're going to just curl it over, like this. Then you're going to take your chip container, add some hot glue to the bottom of your straw, and glue it onto one end. It's a little tall. Oh well. Now, you can choose if you want to paint the straw or anything, but I just want to keep it simple. Once it's dry, you're going to take your 2 tiny beads. You can take bigger beads, but it'll just look kind of funky. So we're going to take our glue, any glue really, and make a little tiny dot. And I say tiny, where we're going to put our bead on, like that, for the little knobs. You can use multicolored beads to make hot and cold. You can paint them. You can do anything with this bathtub. Now, you're done. My number 1 favorite thing about this tub is that it's waterproof. So you can actually fill it with water and put your dolls inside to maybe see their color change. And that's craft number 4. And last, for craft number 5, I'm going to show you how to make a roll pillow / yoga mat carry thingy, or a purse. It can be either one. It can be a little duffel bag, it can be a roll pillow, it can be a convertible yoga mat. So let's get started. Things you will need is felt, scissors, glue, or a needle and thread. Right now, I don't feel like sewing, but if you do sew it, it makes it into 3 things: roll pillow, duffel bag, yoga carrier. But if you glue it, it can only be a roll pillow. But if you are going to sew it, you're just going to prepare your needle and thread. I used yarn because I didn't want to suffer. It's not that funny. So then you're going to just stick the needle into the second layer, like this. Just stick the needle through, up to the first. Then just pull it, stretch it over, and bring it over to the second layer and make a knot, if that makes sense. Just look at the way that it is. Let me focus the camera on it. Go in through the second layer, come back out through the first, stretch, and dive into the second layer and knot it. Boom. Okay, so now we're going to start. We're going to start by taking just a piece of felt. I'm using a sparkly red, because I just really like sparkles. Sometimes I don't like sparkles, but in this occasion I do. So you're just going to cut it as long as you want. I'm just going to cut it about this long. Not a lot. Ooh. And once you have your piece, you're going to do like we've done various times today. Roll it. Roll it. Like these guys. So we're going to take it like this. Then we're going to just like roll it into a little tube. Why have I said tube so many times in this video? So just roll it up the way you do with a yoga mat if you do yoga. Oh, that's thick. Okay. So now, and we did a little bit different because we didn't glue on the way. So now we're just going to glue there. It is much better to use a needle and thread, but I'm just really tired from a lot of work that I've been doing today in the backyard. So, yeah. So now I'm just going to glue it like this, let it dry, and you have a roll pillow. These are all the things we've made in today's video.